Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the twitch.
On first down, Eubanks. He completes it to Boyd. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back to Mixon on first down. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy who's that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Eubanks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eubanks. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Ready? 8, read.
Throwing on 1st down. Rankin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Rankin. It's complete to Jones. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 88 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw. Eubanks got his man. It's Eifert. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw on 3rd down. Eubanks. Catch made. It's Moreau. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Rankin. Jones has it. That's good for 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Snap.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rankin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50. The 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it. Anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone everyone locks in and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on second down. Eubanks. It's complete to Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Eubanks. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on second down. Eubanks finding Green complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Eubanks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Eubanks. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Eubanks. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Eubanks. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And now let let's discuss Julio Jones. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him. They haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rankin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. 50.
On first down, Rankin looking for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off play action, Rankin. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Rankin. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So we have reached half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Looking to throw. Rankin. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Freeman again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mixon with it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw. Eubanks. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Eubanks. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Eubanks dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Eubanks. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I want that. Hey, wahoo. Give me that. Big grip.
On 3rd down, Rankin. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rankin. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 27. The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Rankin. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Ready. Send over.
Throwing on first down. Rankin. Flush to his right. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd and 4. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Back to throw. Eubanks has got it to Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And again, they stop him behind the line. That is read well for a second straight play. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, up and good. The game's gone final, by the way, down in New Orleans. And it was the Saints that wound up winners in that one. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run to help lead the way. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Looking in zone for Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Atlanta, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4.